Guy is a video game character who first appeared in the Final Fight series before becoming a playable character in the Street Fighter series. He is an American fighter of Japanese origin, trained in a unique form of ninjutsu. Quiet and reserved, he possesses a sharp mind, noble spirit, and a strong sense of justice. As a solitary ninja warrior, he rarely shows any emotion on his dark face, but he was briefly shocked when he witnessed the fate that befell Cody. He dislikes interfering in the lives of others and believes that everything should be left as it is, only fighting when necessary. He is fiercely protective of his allies, as evident in his interactions with Rose, urging her not to sacrifice herself to defeat Bison, and rescuing Makoto from the latter's clutches. Guy was born somewhere in the United States to Japanese parents, possibly in Metro City, where he moved during some stage of his life. He was a delinquent in Japan in his youth until he met Master Zeku, who took him as a student. Together, they revived the secrets of the Bushin Ryu School of Spiritual Warriors, a school of ninja arts. In the Final Fight series, Jessica, Cody's girlfriend and the daughter of Hager, the city's mayor, is kidnapped by the Mad Gear Gang to pressure him. She is later rescued by Cody and Guy after their fight against Relento. Afterward, Guy travels to Japan for further training. Mad Gear strikes again, assaulting and kidnapping his fiancée and another student. Hager collaborates with Maki, Reina's sister, and Carlos, a South American street fighter, to rescue them. Guy writes to them, expressing gratitude and indicating that he will return soon. A rogue faction of Mad Gear called Skullcross emerges, bombing and causing chaos in the heart of Metro City to free their leader, Black, from prison. Lucia, a police officer, and Dean, a mysterious street fighter, join forces with Guy and Hager to eliminate the new gang. Later, he discovers the existence of a version of the former Mad Gear Gang leader, Belger, and defeats him. However, he contracts an unknown illness due to a severe bite from Belger himself. Returning to Japan to focus on fighting the disease, he undergoes intense meditation to gain control over it. This ending is considered uncommon due to his typically perfect health in the events of Street Fighter Alpha 3. Guy battles Bison, sensing the evil within him. After Guy emerges victorious, Bison is left defeated on the ground. While still on the ground, Bison mutters to himself that someday Guy will pay the price. The game developers later create a rivalry between Guy and Ryu, who become sub-bosses for each other. Guy continues his training, which is now nearing completion, and eventually, his teacher Zeku acknowledges him as a potential successor worthy of the art. However, there can only be one teacher at a time. Zeku reveals that now Guy must fight to determine who will be the next teacher. Guy accepts the challenge and defeats Zeku to become the 39th heir of Bushinryu. Zeku warns him of an evil power threatening to corrupt the world before disappearing. Guy decides to defeat the evil his predecessor warned him about. In the events leading up to his battle with Zeku, Guy encounters Rose, who informs him of a void in his mind. When Guy claims there's nothing in his mind, Rose refers to him as strong but foolish. Ultimately, he confronts and defeats her before facing Bison. Rose was determined to destroy the leader of Shadaloo, Bison. Guy tries to dissuade her from her quest in an attempt to protect her, but she persists regardless. As Guy continues his search for Shadaloo, he encounters Cody. He later meets Cody, a former street fighter who couldn't adapt to a peaceful life. Cody has become a ruthless vigilante, often imprisoned for his violent outbursts, and is now a fugitive. Guy realizes that Cody's fight against crime wasn't entirely driven by justice but mostly by a love for fighting that turned into an addiction. They clash and then calm down, with Guy accepting his friendship and advising him to live his own life. Guy then asks if Cody will stay in Metro City, and Cody answers that he continues to travel, aware that deep down, he's still a good person. A new branch of Shadaloo threatens the city. Guy decides to save the city once again and soon faces Cody, who has escaped from prison again. After defeating the enemies, Cody continues on his path, telling Guy, "People change. I've changed." He meets Ibuki as Fang attacks, and in Rashid's personal story, Guy is considered one of his contacts on social media. It appears that Guy has started a blog where he teaches ninja techniques.